Sheffield 2025 just wrapped up, the biggest powerlifting competition the world has ever seen. If you didn't know, Sheffield is a competition which brings together the strongest men and the strongest women in the world, and the way that you win Sheffield is by breaking the world record in your respective weight class by the highest percentage. And this Sheffield was spectacular. Today we are going to go through the whole event. We are going to look at some amazing performances. We are going to look at some massive battles, and we are also going to talk about some controversial topics. So let's get into it. So first of all, let's look at the two winners. Ladies first, Agata Sitko. This performance at Sheffield was just crazy. This cemented Agata as the GOAT of powerlifting, not just in the female division, but also in the male division, in my opinion. If you didn't know, Agata was the Sheffield champion in 2024 as well. She was in the 69 kg weight class, and last year she totaled a massive 600 kg, breaking the world record by I think about 40 kilograms, and she won the competition. And this was just a crazy, especially because Agata was only 21 years old. We had never seen a powerlifter dominate a class like this. In the middle of 2024, Agata moved up to the 76s and won the World Championships with a massive 613 kilogram total. And leading into Sheffield 2025, she looked unstoppable, to be honest. I don't think many people were surprised that she won. She has really good execution, and she is just heads and shoulders above everyone else. She totaled a massive 628 kilograms. She cut down from the 76s to the 69s for Sheffield. So she was in the 69 kilogram weight class and extended her world record that she had done in 2024 at Sheffield by another 28 kg, which is just crazy. The whole point of Sheffield is to make it so that it is very difficult to win in the same weight class year on year, because if you win, then you will obviously push up the world record in that weight class by a high percentage, and it will make it so difficult to be able to win again, because now you have to break that world record by another great percentage. However, Agata did it. Let's start off with her bench press. Her most insane lift. I think she has world records in 3 different divisions on the bench press. But she bench pressed a massive 158 kilograms, weighing only 68.4 kilograms. That is just insane. I can't understand it. And she was disappointed with this lift, which is just crazy. She also squatted 210 kg and she deadlifted 260 kg. However, this 260 kg deadlift was only on her second attempt. She went up to 269 kg and unfortunately she did not get the lift. However, she had secured the win on her second attempt, and I believe she'll be able to get that next time. In 2025, Agata is aiming to become the first woman to ever do a 10 times bodyweight total, which would be insane to see. She also has said that she wants to set the world record in the 63 kilogram weight class, and her aim for 2026 is to move up to the 84 kilogram weight class and break the world record there. By the end of 2026, I believe that if she wants to, she could definitely do this, which would mean that she would have the world record in the 63s, the 69s, the 76s, and the 84 kilogram weight class. That is crazy, but Agata can do it. She's only 22 years old. She is just getting started. Moving on to the men's division, Kjell Bakkelund. He announced a few months ago that he was moving down from the 74 kilogram weight class to the 66 kilogram weight class. And to be honest, when Kjell announced this, the competition was kind of over. This is because Zhao was totaling around 810 to 820 kg in the 74 kilogram weight class. However, in the 66 kilogram weight class, the world record was only 725 kilograms. And so pretty much the question was, could Zhao lose the weight and cut down to the 66 kilogram weight class and not lose too many kilograms on his total? And he did just that. He totaled a massive 770 kg, breaking the world record by a massive 6%. And yeah, to be honest, there's not much to say. It was a solid performance. A lot of people may argue that this performance has cemented Zhao as the GOAT of the male division in powerlifting. This is because he has so many world championships in both the equipped and raw side of powerlifting. And now to add Sheffield to his list of accomplishments, this is a strong argument for why Zhao is the GOAT. I think that if you look at individual performances, you could probably argue that Zhao is not the GOAT of powerlifting. However, if you look at what he's done in his whole career, I think that there is a very strong argument to say that Zhao is the GOAT. What do you think? Comment down below. But let's now move on to the battle. The biggest battle. The battle of the 83s. Russell or he? In Lithuania, at the World Championships in 2024, Russell or he lost. He lost to Jurins Kengamu, the Brit, in the 83 kilogram class. And this was a massive upset. Many people describe this as the biggest upset in powerlifting history. And after this loss, a lot of people were saying that Russ would never become the dominant 83 again. Moving into Sheffield, Russ would have to go up against Jurins, who was looking stronger than ever. And he would also have to go up against Ade Omasakin, who had totaled 861 kg in late 2024, a world record in the 83 kilogram class. And Ade's progress in the last few years has just been insane. He has pretty much added about 100 kilograms onto his total in a little bit more than a year. So a lot of people were saying that Jurins and Ade would both beat Russell Orhi. But a lot of people still did think that Russ could do well. But the question was, could Russell Orhi successfully get all 3 squat attempts? This is because Russell Orhi's squat is his strongest lift, and in Lithuania he had a problem with the depth of his squat, and his final squat was overturned. And if he can't get his final squat, that would take about 10, maybe even more kilograms off his total, and he would probably have been out of the race. However, Russ managed to have a pretty much perfect squat session. He ended up with a massive 338 kg squat world record in the 83 kilogram division. Bear in mind, the world record in the 83 kilogram division before this was only 821 kg, a massive 17 kg increase in this world record. And it looked like he had more in the tank. However, in comparison, both Ade and Jurins missed their final squat attempts. And it looked like Russ would win the battle of the 83s after this. Moving on to bench press, Russell Orhi got in all 3 of his lifts on the bench press. And once again, Ade and Jurins missed their final attempts on the bench press, putting them even further behind. And then on the deadlift, there was some controversy. Russell Orhi deadlifted 330 kg on his second attempt to secure a total of 870.5 kg. And then on his third attempt, he attempted a 342.5 kg deadlift. And unfortunately, it was a no lift. This was controversial because because it looked like Russ had locked out the lift. However, his grip was going and he was not given the lift. So he ended up with an 870.5 kg total. Durans did his final pull of 352.5 kg and ended up with an 852.5 kg total. But Ade, the deadlifter, was on an 850 kg total before his final attempt on the deadlift. And after seeing that Russ had failed his final deadlift, he loaded a massive world record of 380.5 kilograms. And most people believe that he probably wouldn't have got this YOLO lift. However, he lifted the weight up. And unfortunately, at the very top of the lift, he lost balance and wasn't able to complete the lift. However, this shows that even on a really bad day, which was what Ade had, he is still very dangerous because he can deadlift an insane amount of weight. So yeah, Russ ended up with an 870.5 kg total, a total that he should be extremely happy with. He won the Battle of the 83s and showed a lot of people that they should not have doubted Russell or he. And if he had got that lift, then he would have come second in the whole event. Let's move on to the Battle of the 93s. Emil had lost the Battle of the 93s at the World Championships last year because of his grip. It looked like he was the stronger man on the day at the World Championships. However, his final deadlift slipped out of his hands and he lost the title to Gustav Hedlund in heartbreaking fashion. Gustav Hedlund had a really good year last year. He obviously won the World Championships in the 93s, but he also won Sheffield last year in the men's division. However, Emil got his revenge. He ended up totaling 917.5 kg, a new world record in the 93 kilogram class, breaking the world record by 16.5 kg and beating Gustav Hedlund, who had a 915 kg total. Gustav wasn't happy with this performance because there was a slight mix-up with his third attempt deadlift, and he believed that he could have won. And he believes that he would have had a strong chance of winning if the correct weight had been selected for his final attempt on the deadlift. However, Emil's final deadlift of 365 kg was a little bit controversial because a lot of people were saying that the judges were being quite lenient with the deadlift lockout rules and were being a little bit inconsistent. But regardless, Emil got the deadlift and won the Battle of the 93s. I think that this performance was very big from both Gustav and Emil. They both look like they can total 920 kg. And moving into 2025, they could be totaling 930 kg. This was big because a lot of people, especially the American 93s, have been looking very strong. We saw Jonathan Kaiko total 920 in training. Gavin Aiden broke the world record in the 93s last year with a 901 kg total. We also have Brandon Petrie, who looks very strong. And so both Emil and Gustav had to level up to be able to make sure that they can still stay on top of the 93 kg division. And they have done just that. Yes, the Americans, I do believe, can total 920 kg. But Gustav and Emil push each other. There is a friendly rivalry. And they both are pushing each other to break the limits of the 93s. So it's going to be exciting to see this battle continue throughout 2025 and 2026. Let's talk a little bit about Austin Perkins. Austin Perkins didn't have the day he probably would have liked. And he came in 5th place. And he unfortunately suffered from his own success. This is because at the World Championships, he brought up the total world record in the 74 kg division to, I believe, 838.5 kg. However, many people were saying that Austin would probably still total about 860 kg and still come second after Kjell. However, Austin just didn't have the best day. His squat was really good. He did a massive squat of 323 kg, which is just crazy from a 74. He did a bench of 200 kg, however, unfortunately, he failed 205 kg on his third attempt. And then on deadlift, on his second attempt, he did 320 kg, and he unfortunately failed a 332.5 kg deadlift on his third attempt. I don't think that this performance really takes away anything from Austin. He still is, in my opinion, the strongest pound for pound powerlifter we have ever seen. However, it does make us ask the question, where is Austin's limit? Where is Austin's ceiling? And it does make us ask the question, can Elliot Sykes catch up with Austin Perkins? If Austin struggles to get over an 850 kg total, someone like Elliot Sykes could definitely catch up in the next few years. I mean, Elliot said that he was aiming for a 900 kg total on my recent podcast with him. So maybe, if Austin struggles to increase his total, maybe we are going to see that battle between Austin and Elliot sooner than we thought. However, this may not be the case and Austin may have just had a bad day. Now let's look at some individual lifts that were insane. First of all, let's talk about Sunita's squat. Sunita was disappointed with her day. She still did really well. She came in third place, but she did miss 2 attempts on her deadlift and she missed her final squat. However, her squat was insane. I remember a couple of years ago when a 270 kg squat in the 84 plus women's division was, I think, a world record. However, now in 2025, we saw Sunita attempt a 325.5 kg squat. This is just crazy. Before this attempt, she attempted 313 kg on her second attempt and it flew. It was easy. Unfortunately, she just didn't have the strength on the day for that final attempt of 325.5. However, she will be back. And I just wonder, how far is she going to push her squat? She is already the first woman to squat 300 kg. Could she be the first woman to squat 350 kg? Could she be the first woman to squat 400 kg? I mean, she's managed to increase her squat by so much in the last 2 years. And it looks like she has not reached her ceiling yet. We also have to look at Ashton Rushka's squat. Unfortunately, Ashton had a bad day and finished 12th, but it was because of a pec injury and it just meant that he couldn't perform on the day. However, his squat was still extremely strong. He did a massive squat of 375 kg in the 105 kg weight class, and it looked like he had more in the tank. I believe that in the future we could see Ashton squat 400 kg, which would just be crazy. Bear in mind, the biggest squat we have ever seen in the 120 kg class, the weight class above, is 387.5 kg, done by Dennis Cornelius. I definitely think that Ashton could squat close to this amount in the future. And when Ashton's pec is healed, I can't wait to see what kind of crazy total Ashton manages to do. We also have to take a look at Brittany Schlater's deadlift of 273.5 kg in the 84 plus kg division. This was a world record and it looked easy. Could she be the first woman to deadlift 300 kg? And also we have to give a shout out to Carlina Tongatea. At the World Championships, Carlina did not have a good day. and lost to Agata Sitko in the 76 kg division with a 592.5 kg total. And a lot of people had thought that Agata's total, which she did in the weight class of 613 kg, would just be too difficult for Karlina to catch at Sheffield. And many people predicted that Karlina would come in probably about 10th to 12th place. However, Karlina ended up in 2nd place. She managed to break Agata Sitko's world record of 613 kg with a 616 kg total, and her final deadlift was insane. She managed to do a grind of 255 kilograms. A crazy record. And another plus about this deadlift was that it was conventional, which makes it very impressive in my opinion. But yeah, overall, Sheffield was insane. I believe that it was more exciting than last year's. I was gassed because in the live stream, I think there was about 40,000 people watching live, maybe even 50,000 people watching live, which is massive for the sport. I think last year the maximum amount of people watching was about 30,000. So to see that much of a percentage increase in viewership is really, really promising. The next Sheffield is in January 2026, and unfortunately, this Sheffield has already been sold out. So that kind of tells the story in itself of how successful Sheffield was this year. And that is actually the last event at the Sheffield City Hall, which has about a capacity of 2,200 people. The next Sheffield, which is going to be in 2026, November, I believe, is going to be at a different venue. Now, this is not confirmed. However, I have some evidence to believe that Sheffield is going to be in a new massive arena in Sheffield with an occupancy of 13,600 people. Now, I may be wrong. I may be getting ahead of myself. But I think there is a strong chance that it could be at this venue. Now, 13,600 people would be crazy. I would love to see that. I think it would just be such a big step for powerlifting. I'm sure that SBD would raise the prize money even more, which would be an even greater incentive for lifters to do these insane performances. But yeah, I think that the whole kind of atmosphere in the powerlifting community right now is just great optimism, because this event really showed us what powerlifting could be. It was an extremely entertaining event. First of all, I would like to shout out Russell Orhe. I do think that his presence, his vibe, and his performance really did add to the event. But also I want to shout out all of the other lifters. They did incredibly well. I also want to obviously thank SBD, who put on the event and are just doing so much to grow this wonderful sport. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me your thoughts about Sheffield in the comment and leave a like if you're feeling generous. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.